Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we dive into the strange stories and mysteries behind the everyday things that keep us curious. Today's question comes from one of our curious viewers, Spooky Spectre 01. Thanks for the suggestion, Spooky Spectre 01. You asked, why do we love watching horror movies? If you've ever watched a horror flick and found yourself screaming 1 minute and laughing the next, you might have wondered, why am I doing this to myself? Horror fans, unite! This is a special on everything scary. Stick around as we break down the reasons we love horror movies. Right here on Explaining Everything. All right, first things first. Let's talk science. Why do we willingly expose ourselves to fear? Well, your brain is kind of a thrill-seeking adrenaline junkie. When you watch a horror movie, your brain kicks into survival mode. It's like your personal action hero who's always ready for a fight, even if the fight is against a fake ghost or a CGI monster. Your amygdala, basically the brain's fear center, goes into overdrive. It's like the ultimate Danger Will Robinson alarm going off. And here's the thing, your brain is trying to prepare you for real danger, even though there's none. It's like getting ready for a race you're not even in. Still, you're getting all the juicy fear hormones like adrenaline and cortisol pumping through your veins. And your body loves it. Weird, right? So, in a way, watching horror movies is like your brain playing dress-up. It gets all hyped up as if you're about to face a killer clown in your basement. But it's just a movie. But hey, who's judging? Your brain just wants to have fun, too. Here's the thing. Horror is a controlled danger. It's the roller coaster of fear. When we're watching these creepy movies, we're getting all the heart-pounding thrills, but without the risk. Think of it like eating a big juicy burger without worrying about calories. Horror movies give you all the fear without actually making you run for your life. And let's be real, that's the perfect combo. Just like roller coasters, we love that feeling of controlled fear. You get the adrenaline, the scares, but you're safely sitting in a seat, knowing you won't actually plummet to your doom. Honestly, if we didn't like the thrill, we'd just be watching romantic comedies, which, okay, are cute, but they don't really make your heart race unless you're watching them with a bowl of popcorn and wondering if the characters will ever, kiss or whatever. Let's talk about catharsis. Not the kind you get when you cry watching a Pixar movie. I'm talking about emotional release. Horror movies give us a chance to experience intense feelings, fear, suspense, anxiety, but in a safe environment. It's like going to the gym for your emotions. Your brain gets a workout, and by the end, you've let out all that tension and you feel lighter. It's like when you scream during a jump scare, and then you feel kind of silly, but also oddly relieved. It's the emotional purge we didn't know we needed. Who knew ghosts could be such good therapists, right? And let's face it, sometimes life can be overwhelming, and a good horror movie lets you let out that pent-up stress. You're watching these characters face terrifying situations, and suddenly your own problems don't feel quite as bad. Sure, you may not be facing off with a demonic entity, but that report you have to finish doesn't seem so scary anymore, right? Now, let's talk about one of the best parts of horror movies, the social experience. Nothing says bonding time like watching people get chased by zombies while you scream, laugh, and snack on popcorn. Watching horror movies with friends is like a group therapy session with a bunch of jump scares thrown in. When you're watching a horror movie with others, it's way more fun. You can freak out together, share theories, and, if you're feeling particularly bold, make fun of how easily everyone jumps. Plus, there's the comforting factor. That safe feeling you get knowing someone else is just as terrified as you are. You're all in this crazy, creepy ride together. And let's be honest, if you're not screaming at least once while watching a horror movie, are you even watching a horror movie? So, why do we love horror movies? Well, I guess we're just gluttons for punishment. We love the adrenaline, the emotional release, and let's face it, sometimes we love to be scared just for the fun of it. Watching horror movies is like playing a game of how much can I handle? It's about testing our limits, experiencing fear in a safe space, and, honestly, just enjoying the ride. And if we get a good scare out of it, bonus! Next time you find yourself watching a scary movie, just remember, you're not just a glutton for horror, you're a thrill seeker, a cathartic emotional purger, and a social bonding expert. So, keep the popcorn coming and stay spooky. See you in the next one, where we might just explain why we're all obsessed with haunted houses. Spoiler, it's because we love being terrified for fun. And that's why we love watching horror movies. The thrill, the adrenaline, and the sense of satisfaction when we finally make it through the fear. It all makes for an experience like no other. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.